Alright, so what I'm doing right now is just reviewing changes that Kaneko has made to Book 5. So I remember we talked about adding audition because there's a sentence that uses it, so we kind of have to add it to new words. We have a rule that you can't use a word that isn't in the book, so I agree with that. These are our new, let me see if I can split these up in anything else. No, these are all nouns, etc. Also, I stopped calling these new. It's just split up like this now. So we got nouns. I'll tighten this up a little bit. 失敗する、成功する、期待する、残る、残す、残業する、休む。Okay, 失敗をする。このオーディションに失敗できてません。So, she made this yellow. I'm not sure. I'll have to have a meeting with her to talk about it. I'm not sure if she added it or if she thinks it's a problem. Some mistakes are bigger than others. The big one can be called daishippai. She might be talking about how this is weird. This is cut off somehow. Not sure why. Oh, there, that fixed it. I'll put it back to being yellow. Oops. All right. So she's already been through these. We just haven't discussed all of them. Okay, so this is supposed to be me. Oh my god. Stay in Japanese mode, please. Hanashi, koi, o hanashi suru, hanashiai. Yeah, that's the thing about talking. Hanashi o suru, hanashi ga matomaru, hanashi ni naranai. I don't think our teacher notes can handle furigana. I don't think I'll even do it because it's normally just a note about what's on the screen that has furigana specifically for it. We'll keep that there for now. Dekiga is somebody saying it's manual. Yes. Yeah, this is not balanced right now. We're down one line on every page. You see that somewhere along the line there's an extra line hitting the top of the page. It's because I added stuff up here. It's because she added audition that everything is what we call it it's like not on par. Oh, this is broken again. That's interesting. I'm not sure why it's... I guess the yellow makes it broken. I'll have to try it not being yellow. Let me just make it not yellow. This is Japanese Material Book 5, by the way. This is the current state of Book 5. Yeah, it seems like the yellow is what breaks that, so it shouldn't be a problem. Some mistakes are bigger than others. The big ones are called daishippai. That needs to come underneath this. And probably what's going to happen is, a lot of times if there's room like this, I'll just add like another, and also this needs to be spaced properly. And I'll add another one Just because we have the space, I'll add it. Oh, somehow hang on, I must have hit some sort of shortcut. I will not be back in a few minutes. I'm not sure how to get out of that. Let's see, was it this? Was it this? Hang on, guys. Sorry about that. Weird. I'll have to pay attention to my shortcuts. All right. So this one. Shouldn't be this extra space in here. Okay. So now once that is fixed, everything else should be on par. That's what I call it, on par, which means it should line up to our prior editing where everything lines up. Why did I do it again? How is that? Oh my gosh. I need to disable that. I don't even know. Oh, it's the control 2. Control 1, control 2, control 3. Okay. Control 1. Well, that's what I use in Word for my shortcuts, so I don't know how to get back on camera. So we're going to go ahead and that's going to be a little bit tricky for a second. Let me just fix these. Live streaming. I might have to stop. Streaming to make this happen. Let's see, settings. Hotkeys, here we go. So I'm going to change my hotkeys. Control 1. We'll make it Control Shift 1. Control 2 will make it Control Shift 2. And then the Control 3 will Control Shift 3. And then, okay, there we go. Sorry about that. All right. I'm not gonna do a ton of work, just a little bit, kind of see where she is. Oh, now that's a problem. So what I'll do in this case, where I want this note to hit on this hanashi, one thing I can do is either move hanashi up to here, but I don't like that. So I have one option. Either I delete hanashi. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's true, actually. I don't know if what she said here is true. Because we had this discussion that hanashi does not have the shi. I think in what I'm using in English could. Yeah, no. Yeah, she was right. It's not ever by itself. All right. One option I have is I remove that. I just remove it. But a more common option that I do is I put some sort of grammar above it, and I switch the grammar order. So here we're talking about, of course, the problem is that this 2.9 section is on par with this page. It fits perfect with this page. But because it does extend into it's like 2 pages long. I think I could put Honban up, because that's a kind of an unimportant section. And then I'll renumber to push that down. So this is 2.8. Hopefully this will fit on this page. It sort of does. I just have to squeeze. We call it squeeze when I try to get things to fit on the page. Normally, I'll squeeze it, and then if we add something, the squeezing gets broken, and you have to go back. And a lot of times what I'll do is I'll just shorten what I've written. So I have these shortcuts to shorten these spaces in between. This one's already been squeezed. I don't normally squeeze more than a certain amount. So now my goal right now is to get this up here, up into here. So let me see. Okay. So I've got to squeeze up here a little bit. Now, because of the furigana, I do have more space than normal. So if I try that's too tight. I don't like that. Let me see what I can fix up here. This is a 2 already. So I have 3 levels of spacing that I've programmed into Word using shortcuts, using the styles. I have Control 1, Control 2, and Control 3. Control 1 is like a normal, Control 2 is a half, and Control 3 is like a quarter space. So for example, if I show you here, Control 1, Control 2, Control 3, it's just ways of tricking the book into, it gives me just tools to squeeze when I need to. So it's hard to squeeze now because I have furigana room. In the other books I had more room to furigana. And actually, yeah, this actually might even get bigger. No, I don't think it needs to. So another thing that I'll do is if I see, like, for example, if this ends with just a few words, I see what words can I remove that don't actually add to the grammar. So I'll try to squeeze the words themselves. So I would need to be able to take away an entire line. That seems like a lot to add that one line up. Let's see here. Now that you are learning more kanji, you probably see the value of understanding the origin of the word. Probably don't need that. That's probably not important. I could probably just do that. So this kanji is the same kanji in the word nokoru, to remain, and go is common in work-related words to mean work. So working overtime is to do remaining work. Yeah, I don't think that first part, that was like unnecessary, like blubber from the author, which is me. And now we're on par with this 2-8. So then I have to start renumbering. And sometimes I go through all that work and I realize, okay, that didn't work either. Oh man, that so fits perfect. Okay, that's really nice. 2-9. And this becomes 2-10. I like to have at least that much space in between grammar. Okay. Well, let me see what I can squeeze here. No, when trains are going towards somewhere, there will be a location. I'd like to spell there correctly. Followed by iki. When trains are going towards, I don't like this wording. When trains are going towards a city or an area, the area is followed by iki. However, it is read as yuki. So bound for Tokyo would be Tokyo yuki. Yeah, that's cleaner. That didn't help me because I'm using this style right here. I think these are squeezable a little bit. They were all set to 1s. They're 1s by default on the squeezing. Say can be used with nouns, verbs, and adjectives. Do I need a comma after verbs? Or no, I don't need it here, I need it here. And I think, oh, hang on, let me do this. No, yeah, I should do, no, never mind. There's something I figured out in book 1, and I'm going to do it here. I'm going to show you something. So this is in my styles. This has been a problem in Japanese from Zero book 1 since its creation. So these are all of the styles that the book uses. Everything that's typed in the book has to have a style, or else when you open it up on another computer, it'll be broken. If I go here and modify my style for this, there's a setting for Asian fonts that I just literally figured out 20 billion years in. In advanced, nope, not advanced. I think it's paragraphing actually. Let's see, paragraph, Asian typography. Automatically adjust space between Asian and Latin text. If that's set, it adds a space after Japanese. And that doesn't look good in Japanese from Zero book 1 because a word gets weirdly spaced out when you want it to feel close together with Romaji and kanji together, romaji and hiragana together. We don't really have that problem in book 5 because there's never any mixed words. But I'm going to disable it so that we always add a space after things. When I go ahead and click OK, everything using the grammar text style will be fixed. Do you see how now this has no space in between, and I have to make sure I add? So that's something I have to warn Kaneko about. So everything's going to be tighter within when there's mixed Japanese and English. All right. So we're trying to fit this in. I'm going to see if I can make this one sentence smaller. I just need to cut this many words. Say can be used with nouns, verbs, and adjectives to show the fault that causes a certain result. The fault that causes a certain result. When say is used, the circumstance is considered unwanted or negative. When used in simple sentence, it means fault. I don't think we need that. That's what we don't need. That's dumb. Trombley. Still not on par. Okay. Say can be used with nouns, verbs, and adjectives to show the fault that caused. That makes no sense. Shows fault or reason. Fault or reason a certain result has occurred. When say is used, the circumstance is considered. I don't even need that because we know we're using say. It's dumb to repeat it. The circumstance is considered unwanted or negative. Say is used with nouns, verbs, and adjectives to show the fault or reason a certain result has occurred. Result. Certain circumstance? Circumstance. Their circumstance is considered. Anata no sei desu. It's your fault. Dare no sei desu ka? Whose fault is it? Watashi no sei janai yo. Joji no sei da. Now, okay, good. At least I'm showing it. I was wondering, like, where are my other examples? So this is fault of a person, fault of a noun, and we're on par. Let me go ahead and show grid lines. So you see I'm actually too far down on this grid line. This won't print properly, so I need to tighten this up a little bit. I think these are all 2s. So I'll make this a 2. Pulled it up just enough. Yeah, that's good enough right there. All right. I don't like the fact that I probably could have left this whole thing. You know what I'm going to do? The fact that I did that squeezing, I'm going to go ahead and just actually push this down because I don't like having example sentences following that. That I have this big explanation up here and then I have the example sentences. I would rather add a short Q&A here. Instead, a little Q&A. So let's go ahead and just find another example Q&A that I can copy and paste. Oh, this is not the new style of Q&A at all. This is the new style of Q&A right here, where the Japanese is combined. Okay. Let's see here. I think I'll put this into the Q&A. Actually, both of these. Anata no sei desu. It's your fault. Dare no sei desu ka? Whose fault is it? And then I can just move this into the response here. Delete the third one. A lot of times trying to fix spacing makes the book a better book. It's kind of the weirdest thing. Like every page is kind of, I've always considered every page in the book art. And sometimes you add elements to that art to make it fit in a certain way. And that's exactly what happens when I'm doing scrunching. Scrunching, like I said before, is the act of making things fit. So just by the act of me wanting to move this grammar into a more a spot that better that made it that made the grammar 2 grammars above fit, I'm now adding, let's see, I'll probably change this one to something else. 誰のせいですか?私のせいじゃないよ. Okay. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. I wonder if I can fit in a third row of that. Let's see if I can fit a third. I don't think I can. So close though. What can I do up here? Let's see. I can tighten this up a little bit. I don't like to have it this tight, but if it's for a goal like this, I'm willing to break that rule. Just I don't want the book to be too tight because it doesn't breathe very well. Pull this down just a little bit more. Okay, so let's see. ジョージのせいだと思う. Let me go with something else. I haven't taught kitto, but I want to, just because I want to use it for this sentence. Kitto Tanaka-san no sei desu. Oops, that's not the kanji for that. Okay, and I don't think this particular name requires romaji. Surely it's Tanaka's fault. Now, I've never used kitto in the book, so it's illegal in Japanese from zero terminology that I cannot use it. So I have to scroll back up to a bucket lesson that I have. So I'm not going to add it in book in lesson 2. I'm going to add it to this bucket lesson that I have. I call it a bucket lesson because you see it's not complete. It's still a TBA lesson, and I'm still adding words in here. And kitto, I think kitto is I think it's an adverb. Let's just double check. All right, let's go. Kitto. Do they even show if it's an It's an adverb. Okay. Oh, there's kanji for that? I have never seen kanji for this word. Surely. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and add it in our. I don't actually know if these are used. If they're normally when they're red, that means they're used in another lesson and they need to be changed. Shoganaku. Oh no, these were just considered. Okay, so we're gonna add this then. Kitto. No table of contents. I wasn't trying to update table of contents. Okay, surely. Certainly. I feel like that. I don't want to put undoubtedly because that was what they had in. Almost certainly, most likely, undoubtedly, 90%. I've never seen this mean suddenly or abruptly or instantly. Like ever. Ever have I seen that. Alright, I'm not going to put the other word. I feel like giving too many. Ammari ni mo. Okay, having neutral. So I think I should make these red because it looks like I'm not red. Looks like we're planning on adding these officially. Shoganai, shoganaku, tsurai. Yeah, these are good. Tesura. Yeah, this is really important, but I haven't written the grammar yet. Alright, I'll do that later. Because this is our bucket lesson. So, normally for new adverbs, I wouldn't have a complete section for it. So I'm going to just write a ZZZ note for myself. I always put ZZZ so it's easier to find later on. I think we do. I think the answer is yes, but it's just to remind me that I'm going to do it. And then in addition to adding that, I also make it yellow background, easy to just kind of see. All right, so now that I have kitto, I can use kitto from this point forward because I can feel confident that I've taught it. And it's only used right here, ever. Oh, look, it's used here actually later on in lesson 11-ish. So that's good that we taught it. Unless we accidentally taught it somewhere else and I don't remember. Kitto Tanaka-san no sei desu. Surely it's Tanaka's fault because, you know, Tanaka is a bad guy. All right. This is good. All right. So this is actually this is the main, I think this is the main thrust of this lesson, is talking about sei. I'm not sure what's the name of this lesson. Acting in a certain way. Oh, it's not even the main. Okay, well, it's going to be big. 2-7. Okay. Now we're back to where we were. 2-9. 今日は帰りが早かったです. Okay. Today my return was early. That's such a bad English sentence. Okay. No, when trains are going towards the city, already did this. Okay, so I'm just double checking that my numbers are correct. 2-9, 2-11, 2-10. This has already been reviewed. And this is, I think this is 2-11, if I could remember. Yep. But oops. Yeah, can this go down a little bit? I don't think I can. Actually, what I can do is I can extend this and make it one thing. Don't need to have. And then this will give me. Because I want a little bit more space in between each section. I always turn on grid lines to see if I'm not out of the print area. I could tell I wasn't, but just to be safe. It's 2-10. 2-11. Yoni. Oh, damn it. Alright, so I need to do something with this yoni. And yoni followed by yoni nado, which means I can't flip the grammar order because yoni nado is really important here. Alright. Maybe I can make this shorter. 会場に犬がいるせいでアレルギーの子供は行けなくなった。There. That gives me a little bit more room. Just gotta try. This is actually the art of the book. Me and Reed, when we're working on the Korean book, we have a funny joke where Reed will say, I don't know, man. I don't think you can do it. Oh, lucky we don't have these twos here, so. Pretty much I can always find a way to squeeze something. Oh, we're so close. These look like they're threes. Let's see, okay. This can be a little bit tighter. You could put it, blah. Nope. Nope, didn't like that. Let's delete that. Come back this way, make it a 3. And then delete one of these. It's pretty tight. It's pretty tight. So close. I think we can pull this up a little bit more. Not there yet because we're outside of the print lines. Barely inside the print lines. You could put a variety of verb forms, direction. Oh my God, my English is horrible. Directly in front of seide. There's where that space is missing now. To show the verb phrase. Okay. I don't know. Sometimes I read my words and I'm like, what was I thinking? Like, this looks like so bad. Why is it doing that? It's pushing it up here, I guess. Okay. When verbs and phrases are in front of seide, the phrase behind se has unwanted is, oh my god, my English is so bad here. Okay. When English and verb phrases are in front of seide, the verb hang on. It becomes the reason for an unwanted result. I think I could just say when verb phrases. That gives us just one line. We're in par. I just have to see if it feels right. I can get back a little bit of my breathing here for this. I get a little bit more breathing back in this. The restraints often make the grammar better because it's less wordy. I'm pretty wordy when I first start writing grammar. That seems to be like a trend for me, is that I get pretty wordy. A lot of times I'll write the grammar out first, not worry about it, and then fix it to make it less wordy later. So when word phrases are in front of seide, they become the reason. The reason for an unwanted result. So verb phrase seide, my space is broken because of what I did to the grammar style. Verb phrase seide, due to verb phrase result. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. I don't know. So 同僚が休んだせいで残業した. Because my coworker was off, I worked overtime. Was off. Yeah, that actually works. あなたが働いたせいで、あなたが動いたせいで失敗した. I messed up because you moved. Perfect. 会場に犬がいるし、I already fixed that one. 英語ができないせいでアメリカに行ったときは困りました。Due to not being able to speak English, I was troubled when I went to America. Good. All right, we're on par. Just double checking. I can scroll back up. 210, 211, now 212. Now we do yoni naru. All right. Yoni naru shows that a new ability, or it shows a new ability, or a change in a prior status. Okay. I feel like that's concise enough. できるようになる. To be able to become. In English, this form typically translates to I can verb now, or now I can verb. Yeah, this is really weird because you don't say ima. You never say ima, but the yo ni natta, ni naru makes it sound like now. Jeff さんは去年より日本語が話せるようになりました. Jeff can now speak more Japanese than last year. Perfect. 日本に行けるようになりました. I can go to Japan now. We don't know what changed. Why does this look so big? This teacher note's big. Oops, well that didn't help. So big. Let me just say, we don't know what changed, but now this person can go. We don't, I need to shorten this. We don't know what changed. Like, what a teacher note is me, like, saying something about the sentence to the student reading the book. And I'm just saying, hey, ikeru yo ni natta, it really shows the change that has occurred in terms of they weren't able to go before, but now they're able to go. This implies that before they were not able to go. But now, something made going to Japan possible. That sounds good. Then I can shorten this. Get it down to just these 3 lines. It's much cuter now. Give myself a little bit of room over here. I like to have these kind of long sometimes. Alright. 日本のレストランで Apple Pay が 使えるようになりました. Ooh, yeah. Now you can use Apple Pay at Japanese restaurants. Did I have Apple Pay as a word, though? I don't know. I hope I did. I think I would have added, like, Samsung Pay and Android Pay, too. I feel like that one's not a hard one. I think we can get away with that one. I think I do say somewhere in the book that we might use words that... Why is this yellow? Why is this yellow? Oh, just because it needs to be worked on. It hasn't been done yet. It requires the English. Kanako went through here and made... this was all red initially. She went in and made the example. So now I've got to give her... I'm debating. Do I want to keep this in this fashion? Yeah, we'll do it. Okay. So, 今日学校の帰りに会いませんか? Okay. Oops. Whoa, what the hell? Am I in French keyboard or something? Nope, that's just me keys on the wrong thing. Oh, on the way home from school. Today I... Okay, 家を掃除しないといけません. I need to clean my house. いつもきれいにしてるでしょ? You always keep it clean though, right? Nani? Come here, buddy. Come here. Okay. Okay. Don't be afraid. What's up, buddy? Aww. What are you doing? Your scratch is getting better. Came to see progress on book 5. Alright. You can stay if you want. You don't gotta go. Take all your hair with you, though. I feel like this show has like a but in there. だけど, like, but it doesn't say it implicitly. 弟が来てるせいで, oh, nice working in of the grammar. Well, that's the goal of Q&A. I should remember that. And meeting conversation. 弟が来ているせいで、うちの中が汚くなりました. To my brother. So そうですか、大変ですね。今日学校の帰りに会えませんか? 今日はちょっとうちを掃除をしなきゃいけないです。Today I need to clean my house. いつもきれいにしてるでしょ? I don't know why she would use that. You always keep it clean. I'm going to change this to don't you? You always keep it clean, don't you? In other words, it shouldn't be dirty. Due to my... Yeah, I feel like she would also say, そうなんだけど, she would say something like, そうなんだけど here, but we don't know how to say that. We haven't officially at this point. そうなんだけど, I'm going to go ahead and add it and see what Kanako says. そうなんだけど. That makes it feel better for me. And then maybe we can have... あれ? いつもきれいにしてるでしょ? What? Oops. Whoa, what the hell happened? Okay, This is how you add things to the book. You're like, oh, it doesn't sound right. And even though Kanako made these, she's trying to make them within our limited what we already know in books 1, 2, 3, and 4. And this is the last book, so I don't mind adding a bunch of things. あれいつも綺麗にしてるん I feel like this would be じゃないの Don't you always keep it clean? いつも綺麗にしてるんじゃないの Okay, we're gonna make that this. Just so that she can... So, あれ Now it's... What? Don't you always... Oh, my English is wrong. Keep it clean. It clean? Yes, that's true. But... Due to my younger brother here, my house got dirty. And this is really... So this guy's more like, I see. It's not like, is that so? That is really more like, I see. Which would be like, naruhodo, you know, but I see. So this guy, even though it's a question, it's like rhetorical. 大変ですね. And I think her furigana is wrong here. She's supposed to have them bunched up better. Yeah, see, they're 1-2-1 furigana. They need to be centered. It's gonna, watch when I hit OK, they'll tighten up a little bit. So they tightened up. Tai-hen. Like the same thing with this. Like this is not tight enough on each one. I want the, even though honestly Gakko's gonna lose. This Gakko's 100% going to lose its furigana because of our method for removing furigana, but that they should already know. But this is also not 1-2-1. It's supposed to be centered. I'm gonna have to remind her to go back and fix these. Because even this is like, it's too I don't like it being separated like that. I want it to be tight on top in the centered. And there's no way to fix this in a template on Word. And kyo, because kyo doesn't have readings for each kanji, it can't be spread out like that. It also needs to be centered. I'm okay with it. Yeah, like, you know, these are small things, but it's just like the overall design needs to match. Every lesson needs to be the same style. All right. So now I've got to go back and add そうなんだけど somewhere. And あれ to mean what? I don't know if my bucket lesson is going to be able to fit all of this. So go back to my bucket lesson. Oops. This isn't really lesson 1. This is probably, it could be lesson 2. I don't know. All right, so let's see. We'll just add it in nouns, etc. Let me remove this word new. So we'll say あれ あれ What? When hearing... Oh, I'm not going to have a space to do this. Something unexpected. I'll just have to have this somewhere. What? What? It's not like nani ever. Okay, well we're gonna make this yellow. I gotta figure out what to do with this. No, this is what teacher notes are for. Yes, let me add a teacher note. This is why I made teacher notes. Not a text part, quick part. Teacher note. Okay. This is it's not a shock word. What is it? It's this is said when responding to an unexpected to something unexpected. When we get more words, I'll probably move this down so I can push this box up a little bit. And then そうなんだけど, what is that? That's like a... Is that just like a new phrase? We haven't had new phrases forever. So let's just see if we can have room for new phrases. See if we have new phrases in this book. Okay. Ooh, 何のつもりですか? Ooh, that's a good one. 何のつもりですか? What are your intentions? What do you think you're doing? All right. So we're just going to add this. I just wanted this style. That's funny. This is the wrong style. This should be phrases. Where is my phrases? Dot phrases. So big. I don't know if I like this. So なんだけどそうなんですけどそうなんですけど Alright, we'll take that. Why is this so screwed up? Okay, let's fix this. Oh, hang on. Let me undo that. I had one here called 2-row with number. That is the wrong font, though, for sure. This is Yes Japan Arial. What was the other one? Oh, it's just Yes Japan Arial Bold. Alright, well, we'll go back. Y. And I'll make this bold for now. Update that particular one. Now if I say explanation, I have to fix the explanation also. Alright. Go ahead and update that. If I update the style over here, every time it's used, it'll be updated in the book. And I don't know if I like this. This is like English. I think we should have one called Phrase English where it's smaller because I don't like it being so big. This is when agreeing with someone's statement, but presenting supporting, no, some sort of alternative information. This is used when agreeing with someone's statement, but further clarifying the reasons that the statement is true. Yeah, that sounds good for now. Come back and revisit that. I'm going to answer your question, Amazing Andy. Yes, it does count as studying Japanese because unless the book has huge errors, you're learning Japanese as you watch it. And you're hearing me explain a lot of times why I'm adding something. So actually, I would say this is almost as good as getting kind of a class in a way. If Kanako was here, it'd be even better, but she's not here. So, いつもきれいにしてるんじゃないの? Actually, and I'm going to make this じゃないですか because the tone is not informal. いつもしてるんじゃないですか? Okay. そうなんだけど、弟が来てるせいで家の中が汚くなりました。そうですか。大変ですね。Alright. Let's move back to this one. Yeah, that fits pretty nicely, doesn't it? 最近日本語で話せるようになりました。Recently? I hate saying I've become able to speak. Because if you say 日本語話せるようになりました by itself, it's just like, oh, I can speak Japanese now. But if you say recently in front of it, then the English makes no sense to say I can speak Japanese now. You say recently I've become able to speak Japanese, but then the English doesn't sound natural, you know? Okay, so recently I became able to speak Japanese. I hate that translation, but that's what it really is. 最近日本語が話せるようになりました。When you add the saikin, the now isn't implied. You've taken out the now, and you can't use the now implication there when you're translating it. That's amazing. すごいですね。どうやって上手になりましたか? How? It's really like, when you say どうやって上手になった, it's like, what did you do to get good? 日本人の友達を作って I made Japanese friends. 日本語だけ and 日本語だけで話すようにしました。Now this won't directly translate very well into English. It's like saying I made it so and only spoke in Japanese. I need to find a way so that when you read the English, you can know that the yo is there. 日本語だけで話すように and made it so that that's really all you can do. Made it so that we only spoke in Japanese. A lot of times these, like, I like to have my wife or Kanako or some other native Japanese person make these conversations because it really makes me think about what I did in the grammar. Did what I teach in the grammar give the student enough information to understand what the natives have written down here in the conversation? いいですね. That's nice. That's nice. Such a 私はシャイなせいで because I am shy, I don't speak a lot. I always say I am shy when I need to say I'm shy. Alright. I feel like I'm good with that. Okay, let's remind ourselves. This is polite conversation between friends. That's good. Polite conversation between non-Japanese speakers in Japanese. Let's go ahead and add that. Casual conversation between actors, okay? 明日の映画のオーディションがあるね。どうしよう。明日は映画のオーディションがあるね。どうしよう。I don't know if it's we or I. 明日のWhat should I do? Is that how auditions work? She's not saying どうしよう. She's not even making it a question. It's like, what should I do? ... What should I do? It's not a question. 失敗しないように頑張ろう. Oh, it's together. So tomorrow we have because she says 頑張ろう. This isn't really what should I do. This is like どうしよう. It's like the better thing. I'll think of this one. 失敗しないように頑張ろうね. Let's do our best to not mess up. Yeah. 本番までにたくさん練習しよう. Let's practice a lot until the main shot. It's not main shot. I explained this earlier in the honban. I moved it though. It used to be at the bottom of that. So let's see. It's right here. The actual thing, right? Let's see. Actual performance. Yeah, we'll say actual performance. That was a good. Oops, wait. Oh, wait. Oh, no, okay. I thought I was somehow working on this one. I got confused. Normally the Japanese is first, but that's the next section. All right. そうですね. Ooh, do we have serifu? I don't think we use serifu. そうだね. Yeah, true. True thing, bud. セリフを忘れないように今から練習だ. So as to not forget our lines. We practice from now. This is the direct translation. Okay. Now, let me just go back and make sure that we have serifu. I don't know if we do. Damn it. We does not. Kanako needs to make sure we always have these. Serifu. And I'll double check that I'm not being mistaken that we taught it somewhere else. Lines. Oops. Whoa. What the hell is that? Okay. Lines. Lines. In a TV show. Movie. Okay. Let's double check. We did not have it anywhere in the book. 今から練習だ. Yeah, even this like this way of speaking we really haven't taught in the books. So I kind of debate if we shouldn't change this to 今から練習しなきゃ. We must study. You know, we must practice. それを忘れないに今から練習しなきゃ. I'll just put a note in here for her to change it to something that's more concrete. All right. 今から it's practice. It's practice. So as not to forget our lines. I'm going to change this to more natural. Amazing Andy, no, I didn't upload the footage. Okay. Kanako has notes on this. Tanaka-kun ga okotte imasu. Watashi no sei desu. That should just be watashi no sei de. Alright, well, we'll talk about it. I'm not even going to translate it then. If she's got notes on it. Go ahead and hit save. What is today, the 13th? Ha! 2017 edition. It's 2018 edition. Okay. La la la. 何かありましたか? 何がありましたか? 田中君はご飯 I don't know why ご飯 isn't used kanji 作ってくれたけどほとんど残しましたそれは怒るでしょうね Oh man, these are so natural so good I hope everyone reading book 5 can do this level alright Okay, so these are all Japanese first. So, 僕は親にあんまり期待してほしくない。I don't, oops. come on. I don't want my parents to expect much of me. Why? ケン君の成績が良くてスポーツができるでしょ? Your grades are good and you can play sports. 2. 出来がいい子供はプレッシャーがあるの。Okay. Children who have turned out good have pressure. I think I said there's pressure on children who have turned out well. So ka. I see. あんまり頑張らないでね. What? Don't try too hard. I don't know if I like this particular. I don't know. I don't know if I like this. It's kind of stupid. It's making it yellow ruins things. Okay. この会話でいいの? I really don't like that. もう7時ですね。でもまだ仕事がたくさん残ってます。This sounds so. I can hear Kaneko's voice when I read this. It's already 7, huh? It's already 7 o'clock, but we still have a lot of work. But a lot of work is still left. 仕事がたくさん残ってます。But there is still a lot of work left. 残業しますか? 仕事を残して帰りますか? This is a way to ask or in Japanese. Okay. Will you work overtime? Or will you... This is so good that we have nokotteimasu, which is passive, and then nokoshite, which is active. It's so good. I really like this one. Or will you let the work remain, is really what she's saying, and go home? 明日は休みたいから今しますよ. I want to take tomorrow off, so I will do it now. See, I need to say so I'll do it now. It's really weird how my English gets really stiff. Got it. / understood. Alright. Again, all of the furigana is wrong. Like, this needs to be... She said she was going to fix it. I guess I said this to her the other day, but these need to be coming to like this. My tomodachi just kakaoed me. Where is my phone? It wasn't this one, was it? Alexa, where's my phone?
Sorry, the Where's My Phone skill is no longer available. You can find more skills in the Alexa app.
I was expecting her to tell me it's under the couch like she does normally. Oh, there it is. Okay. Oh, it's on the screen. But I don't want to show it because it could be... Yep. Gonna be on TV tomorrow with Kathy. She's just reminding me. So I think that's a good point to end book 5 work on Japanese from 0, and I'll move over to the Korean book now. Just do a little bit of work on there. A little bit every day. And then I gotta remind Kanako that I did work. Let's do some Korean work. These are book 1 revisions for Korean. That's weird. There's no way the last time we worked on this was the 26th. Oh, it's probably in my travel folder. Ah, yes. Yes, okay. I need to move this over. I made a travel folder and then I forgot to move it over to the original, to the new folder. Alrighty. This is like, we're like lesson 10 here-ish. Whoa! I know Korean. How cool would it be if that's how Whoa! Oh, I'm learning Korean. Whoa! Alright. So this normally has a ZZZ continue marker. Where do we put the continue mark on this bad boy? 모르겠어. Trying to remember where we were last time. That's not updated. Okay, this is where we were. I remember this. Okay. I got exhausted last time we were here. Okay, start origin location marker. SO is the origin start marker. It comes after the place you are coming from. It can be used with verbs other than oda, but currently the only verb that we know that can use it is oda. location에서 오다. 어디에서 왔어요? 한국에서 왔어요. 미국에서 왔어요. 집에서 왔어요? 네, 집에서 왔어요. 아니요, 학교에서 왔어요. Good. And then that's it. Good transition. Here's what I'm going to do this. Okay. 가깝다 and 멀다. 가깝다 and 멀다 are used to describe distances. 가깝다 is irregular. Another usage of the SO marker means to and from a place, not only people or animals. That's an old. This was pulled from somewhere in book 2, so saying another usage is here. to, or from, depending on what sounds best in English. This is key because in Korean it's only one thing. You can only use eso with, oops, see, now I want to squeeze this one particular thing up. So, kagetan used to describe distances are used with distances. Is that necessary? Is that even a necessary thing? I think this could be cleaned up. 가깝다 and 멀다. Make use of eso, origin, start, place marker, to say close to or far from. As you can see, eso can mean to or from depending on what sounds best in English. Yes, yes, yes. Do I need to say that pupe is more does? Oh, yes, I do. Hang on. I am dumb. I need to add these, my verb boxes. Then all of this explanation drops. I forgot that temporarily. I forgot that this is what we do in this book. 가깝다. 가까워. And this is a bupe, irregular adjective. Actually, this is close. This is the new style of all the books. We have this big verb information box that didn't used to exist. 멀어. 멀어. place에서 멀다. Come on. Okay. Far. So now I don't need to say all of that. I can just say, as you can see, eso can mean to or from depending on what sounds best in English. 가깝다's bupe irregular, don't need to say that either. Eso can only be used with places, not people or animals. So you can't say like far from you. Right? Yes, you cannot say that. As far as I know. We'll double check it. Alright. 집이 가까워요? Okay, good, good, good. 집이 가까워요? Is your house close? 학교가 우리 집에서 가까워요. School is close to my house. 집에서 회사가 멀어요. It's far from my house to work. 병원이 공항에서 멀어요. The hospital's from the airport. Okay, sounds good to me. 好啊，这个好啊，怎么这么好？怎么这么好？ What is this detailed thing here? Esther works with any place. It's commonly used. Nope, don't need this anymore because we covered it when we first introduced it. Yeah, in the old lesson that this was taught in book 2, that's when we first introduced Odi Eso Wasayo, but it needs to be taught in book 1 now, so I've moved it to book 1. This thing. I made this yellow because I don't know if I want to keep it in the book. It can often be confusing knowing when to use the topic marker, and then same problem as Japanese, versus the subject marker iga. To add to the confusion, even Koreans sometimes aren't able to explain beyond just saying it just feels right. Luckily, there are some straightforward rules. Topic marker. Topics are marked with 은는. In lesson 3, we learned the topic of a sentence always comes before the topic marker. After the topic marker, there is always a question or statement about the topic. 제 친구는 한국 사람이에요. In the sentence above, 제 친구, my friend, is the topic, and the statement about the topic is 한국 사람이에요, is Korean. Okay, rule 2. After a question word, you can never use 은는. You can never immediately after is what I should say here. 어디가 아파요? 어디가 아파요? Where does it hurt? 뭐가 맛있었어요? 뭐가 맛있어요? What tastes good? 며칠이 좋아요? What day of the month is good? 무슨 요리 좋았어요? 좋았어요? What day of the week was cold? No, this doesn't mean other particles can't be used when required. Just that if you want to use 은는, you must use 이가 instead. Okay, good. Typically, anything inside of a statement about the topic will use 이가 instead of 은는. 저는 돈이 없어요. 엄마는 나이가 많아. I mean, that's kind of a stupid rule. It's kind of a dumb rule. Because it's not really true. It's just because those particular things use 이 and 가. 저는 수시가 맛있어요. For me, sushi tastes good. This is a weird sentence. In English, it's good. Tastes good. Because it's really like, 저는, me, sushi tastes good. The same thing in Japanese. 私は寿司が美味しい. It's weird to say sushi ga oishi means sushi tastes good, but if you throw the watashi wa in front of it, it means for me, sushi tastes good. As a rule of thumb is to use 은는 marker to mark the person you are talking about and 이가 to mark the item being described. Yeah, I already wrote that in another version of this, so I don't know if I need this. In an earlier lesson, we learned that 쓰다 as an adjective means bitter. Oh, I swear I did this. I swear I have a better version of this somewhere up further that's been complete. Nope. Let's see, as a rule of thumb. Yeah, this is it, huh? This is it. Rule 1. Do we have that anywhere? Oh, yeah. See, I actually... Okay, so I can remove this because I actually already did it here in a much more refined version. So, woohoo! I think that's why it was marked that way. So now I don't have to redo it. I'm going to go and just delete it. All right, 4.5. Now we're on 14.5. Every Monday and every January, etc. You can add 매주 in front of any day, any weekday, or 매년 every year in front of any month to say things like every Monday and every January. Perfect. 매주 금요일에 서울에 가요. I go to Seoul every Friday. 매주 일요일에 교회에 가요. I go to church every Sunday. 매년 3월에 병원에 가요. I go to the hospital every March. 매년 5월이 더워요. 매년 5월이 더워요. It's hot every May. 매주 월요일에 월요일에 책을 2권 읽어요. I read 2 books every Monday. Alright. Now, this is going to screw it up a little bit, but you know what? I'm going to go and just make I'm going to make an example conversation here. Yeah, that looks good. Take that example there, just throw that here. Then what I'll do is I'll do what I did earlier in the Japanese book, and I'll just give ourselves a proper space here. Delete this. Maybe tighten this up a little bit right here. All right, and we'll come up with a cool. Oh, I missed a phone call. I need to turn my thing on. Who called me? 7318000.
Thank you for calling the Sunrise Hospital and Sunrise Children's Hospital. If this is a medical emergency, please hang up and dial 911 immediately.
I get medical calls a lot. Okay, my number is close to some other number. Okay, let's see here. 언제 한국어 수업을 Oh, I gotta remember this is book 1. Okay, I can't go too crazy. 언제 한국어를 공부해요? No, I don't think I've taught 공부하다 yet. Let's double check. That doesn't count. That doesn't count. That counts. 14. Okay, that's gonna be there. So why am I... I'm too far ahead, aren't I? I shouldn't be in this lesson right now. But the good news is I can use it, so I'm going to use it because it's planned to be put... Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. It's this lesson that I'm learning it. 공부하다. So I just need to move it above that if I want to use it. Oh, it's at the end of this stuff. Give me a second. Son of a bick. Son of a bick. I just have to make sure now I don't use those concepts. I have it. So I'm going to go ahead and... Order is important. So I'm going to move those. Damn it, that fits so nicely there. This will become 14.5. This is the king of all verbs. A huge percentage of Korean verbs are hada. This is the equivalent of pseudo verbs in Japanese. Hada can be used in adjective with whereas in adjectives or verbs. Alone, hada means to do. Realistically, at this point, we. Okay. There is no realistically at this point. I don't know why I wrote that. I think I'll just show them how to use hada, and then in the next lesson, in the next section, we can go more hardcore. Oh, I see what I was trying to do. Yeah, this is where I was like, what else can we do? Because we only know sukje. So we can't make any more things. So we know sukje and chagisoge. If I remember correctly, chagisoge. Chagisoge. Okay, so realistically at this point, realistically is a dumb thing to say. Okay, in this book so far, only 2 words can be combined with hada to make a verb. So first I need to show them how to use I need to show them you can't use hail without having something. So in this book we only know 2 words on how to we can make 숙제 하다 to do homework and 자기 소개 하다. To self-introduce. Now I wish I would have taught just 소개하다. 자기소개. Let me go back up to 자기소개 and do that. Okay, 자기소개. Oh my god, we didn't actually do anything with 자기소개 even though I added it here. Okay. Okie dokies. Well, there needs to be something added to this lesson. Huge. hate this lesson. Miosal. Miosal. We already cover a lot, but this lesson is dumb. Like, who says this in the beginning? Songa mi otoke desu. I remember when Reed added this. Irumi moe. Irumi moe. All right, I'm gonna force it into standard politeness level. Sometimes I write things backwards. Just gonna go ahead and clean this up a little bit. Feels a bit wordy. Over time, you can improve your instruction, but for now, let's learn a basic introduction. Don't need that either because I said it here. As your Korean improves, you will be expected to know higher politeness and formative levels. However, we will keep things simple. However, for now, we will learn the casual polite we will use, which are just right for a foreigner learning Korean. Here's what a standard self-introduction looks like. Okay. gonna go ahead and make this yellow and just deal with this with Reed when he comes back. It's just so that I know that I've covered it. Alright, so now we really don't know Chagisoge because I'm going to remove it from that lesson. Oh my god, that is so perfect almost. It's on par and everything. 숙제를 지금 숙제해요. I feel like I need to talk about this thing here. I need to make a teacher note for this. 어제 뭐 했어요? 숙제를 했어요. 숙제했어요. I'm gonna go ahead and move this down to here. Keep root in there. And then this can be kind of nice how this went to the next page now. I think this is too spacey. Okay, that's 14.5. How we got to 14.9 here? Oh, it's because I moved them, that's right. 14.6. And I'll just go ahead and add a ZZZ. Continue here with Reed. And today's date, 2018. 05/13. And that is where I will end it. Feel good there. Feels right. This will become 14.7, 14.8. It'll actually go down because it'll have example sentences. 13.9. Yep, seems good. Gonna go ahead and save that in my non-trouble folder. Where is that? Okie dokes. This is 513. I always give it a new name so I can go back easily. Even though I'm using Google Docs, and I do have revisions that I could look at with revision control. I could look at older versions. It's not super easy to do, and this is just the way I've been doing it for so long. All right. If you're using Google Docs, this will happen a lot where it says it can't save. So often what I have to do is actually kill Google Docs because it's a piece of crap. Especially since this file is like over 100K. Not 100K, it's 100 megabyte. I actually have to like pause and then save it. Because right now it's like a blank. If you look at it, oh, it's still my travel folder. If I go back to that folder, like it shows it with like it's 0 KB. It didn't actually save it. Even though I'm naming a brand new file, it says it's in use. That's because the temp file is being saved. Now I can go back and unpause. So you should be able to see my face again. I think if my shortcut worked. Oh, wrong one. This one? Ah, it's not starting soon. I gotta figure out my shortcut for just the camera. Alrighty. Well, we could talk for a few minutes. I'm pretty tired right now. Working on the book always makes me tired. Interestingly enough, you guys are almost as effective as me working with a co-author. Just me talking it out sometimes helps me work better. Jesse says, this is therapeutic. Is it? Nice. I'm going to work Antoine Jackson. Oh, I remember you. I remember you from way back, Antoine. Haven't you been around for a while? I'm going to work for Japan in a year, so I'll be able to practice the language. I feel like I know your name. We are just watching a fat dude with a hat and a Mickey Mouse shirt editing a book for hours on end. Am I fat? Like legit. I'm fat? This is a medium shirt, and it's pretty loose. I mean, am I fat? Legitimately? Is this fat? I mean, granted, I do have like a little bit of tubby here, but like, is this fat? You know what I'm saying? Ugh, I feel like that was kind of rude. The Mickey Mouse shirt's correct, but I'm not fat. Jesse, yes, I stream for like 6 hours a day. That is true. And also, I'm not done yet. I've got to go create tissue box video. I'm in okay shape. I'm not in great shape. I'm in okay shape. I have a friend who's 45, my exact age. He looks godlike amazing. But this guy eats nothing and he works out all the time. If I just hung out with him for like 2 months every day, if I said, look, let me hang out with you for 2 months every day. I'm going to shadow you. I bet I'd be freaking amazing in 2 months. I should do that. Oh my God, that's an amazing experiment that I'd like to try. But I'm not going to commit to that yet. I'm not going to live stream the tissue thing because I'm very disappointed with my live stream from the other day. My live stream from the other day was like only 480 SD resolution, and that really bothered me. Hey George, I would love to hear your input to my question from a couple minutes ago if you're not very tired. I don't know what your question was from. Sorry, I don't know what your question was. Sorry. Could I recommend some music? No. I'm all K-pop all the time. Sorry. Teacher time is personal time. I know you're not doing the book cover. Ch. I know you're not doing the book cover. Ch. Says Star Goddess Koto. Someone sent me like they'd like to show me their portfolio or whatnot, but I don't. Fan art? I don't know. I don't know if I can take fan art. Like if it's of me personally, I can. But if you do like fan art for the book, and then 4 years from now, I randomly, accidentally, or even on purpose, I take your idea. Well, actually, if it was on purpose, that's one thing. But if I randomly, like, let's say you did something on the book that I mean, there's only so many things you can do, right? That I end up doing too. You could always prove that you sent that to me, right? So taking nothing is more safe for us. My Japanese is between N4 and N3. I don't even know what that exactly means. I know it's JLPT, but I don't know what that means in terms of levels. I've also studied Mandarin for a year, and now I've been studying Korean for a month. Now I don't know what to do to study anymore. Are you done studying? Are you done? A month for Korean? You can't be done yet. And Mandarin for a year? You can't be done yet. And if you're N4 and N3, you're not done yet. Just keep studying, keep ramping it up. Honestly, if you feel comfortable with your Japanese, just get a teacher on italki like I've been doing with Korean and Japanese. I'm sorry, with Korean and Chinese, and either read a book with them, or that's what I've been doing. I mean, the only advice I can ever give you is do what I did. I've gotten, it's worth the money to say, let's say you do one class a week, and then you analyze that class, right? If you do one class a week for an hour, and you spend maybe up to $30, that's $120. Anyone can afford that. I feel like any person with a part-time job that cares about learning that language can do it. But if you can do 2 times a week or 3 times a week, do it. Now, me personally, I can't do any language 3 times a week, or else I will die, because I'm doing Chinese. I'm trying to do Chinese. I think I'm going to make Chinese my main language focus. So that I mean like 3 times a week, maybe. I have money, so I can do it, right? And my company will pay for it anyway, regardless of my money level, because their star employee is me, and it makes sense that star employee knows more Chinese and Korean. So I don't have any excuse. But maybe some companies do pay for study of foreign languages. Some do. If you're in a big company, they'll pay for it. So look at that. But if you could do 3 lessons a week on Japanese with some Japanese teacher, and maybe you can even make variety of teachers. Some teachers are only $13. Maybe you can do a decent teacher for 25 or 30, and then just have a conversation person for like 14 or something like that. Research the teachers on italki. I actually can't recommend that high enough. And then of course, highly enough. And then of course you can also do HelloTalk. HelloTalk. But the good thing about italki is they're paid to be there. They will be you're paying for your teacher and your friend. And then you could just be more casual on HelloTalk, where it's free. You say, okay, you say, says, of course not. Yeah, of course you're not done. But would I study all languages at once? I am studying all languages at once. So yes, I would. I am studying right now French in my basic beginning level, literally 2 hours of French. I'm studying Korean at my intermediate level, maybe intermediate, closer, like in between intermediate, higher intermediate, I would say. And then Chinese does that even qualify? It's lower level intermediate, maybe, because I'm still very, very bad. So I have various levels, and I'm going to add. I'm trying to get a Japanese teacher to just work with me on reading better. I just want to read. I want to have discipline in reading. So. It's weird that I'm writing textbooks, right? That I write textbooks and I'm still doing that. But honestly, I've never really had lessons after high school. So it'd be kind of cool to go through and learn some of the more nuanced things that I don't know and read through a book, which I'm still on page 64 of Tsutai-kata ga Kiwari, because I'm lazy. I'm too lazy to study that. Because I don't see, if I'm with a teacher and I can record that session and put it on the website, for me, that has a lot more value than me just reading it by myself. I don't care enough to read it by myself, except because I could just lie to you. I could just say, yes, I read 4 Japanese books, and I could lie to you, and it would get the same result. But I could lie to you, but I can't. Does that make sense? I'm not going to lie to you. I'm still on page 64. Matter of fact, the book's like right here on my floor for the last like 2 weeks. Do you have to get a webcam for italki classes? It's better if you do, but if you're too shy, you don't have to. But I would say you should have the teacher have a webcam, because accent is really good to look at their mouth. Like, it's been helping me. Whenever I remember, like in French, when I remembered to look at her mouth, it was getting better. Jesse, do I listen to the band? I can't even say the band's name, so no, I haven't. Okay, Lil G Ways, can I just ban you for saying K-pop is trash? J-pop is trash. Let's call it out what it is. Polyglot channel here. I don't have to say I love Japanese music. J-pop, trash. I have 10,000 yen on my Japanese iTunes, and I have nothing to buy. Nothing I find in J-pop is interesting. It's like, it's the same stuff I have always heard. Whoa, whoa. So boring. K-pop? Badass. J-pop is the same. Like, trying to be emotional stuff. Granted, K-pop has that too, but I listen to like poppy stuff. Like hip-hoppy stuff. I don't listen to the same old... Same thing with Korean. 노를 사랑해, 노를 사랑해. Piano, piano, piano. Ending very deep in the piano. George, do you plan on releasing the revised Korean books one at a time? No, we cannot. They have to all be released at the same time, because I have completely screwed up Korean from zero. It is not the same book at all. And half of what was in Korean from Zero book 1, maybe 40% of it, got pushed into book 2. And a lot of new stuff got added into book 1. And so the students in book 2 have to know what we taught in book 1. We're going to use those words in book 2. But then there's some things that have to now be taught in book 2 because they were moved out of book 1. Same thing with book 3. So it's like I rewrote the entire series. Wasn't my intention, but once we got into it, I was like, I'm better at writing now. I know more Korean now. So I have to release them all at once. But then we'll be very close to releasing a book 4, because we're in the flow of writing books. There'll be brand new covers. I think Justin's pushing to have brand new characters on the books. I like the characters, but Justin hates them. So we'll see. I'm glad you all agree that that was a spot-on rendition of K-pop and J-pop. They are trash. Those songs are trash for me. It's the same damn song. Like, oh, all you have to do is say, I love you, you're my only one, we have to separate, I'm so sad. Like, just say those particular things. I shouldn't have hesitated. Just say all of those things. And in Korean songs, you have to say, at least one time, 머리부터 발끝까지, from head to toe. You have to say that at least one time in the song, and then you're good. Also, I think if you name the song 고백, if you name the song like what is that in English? 고백. 고쿠하ku. What is that in English? Professing my love. Like, if all you have to do is like you're coming out to them and saying that you love them. Just name it 고백. What is the cam lag? I don't know. I don't even know what camera we're on. Hang on. Let me see what camera we're on. I'm looking at the lag is real for me. Wait a minute. Let me move this up. I think this is... Okay, no, we're not using the webcam. We're using the real cam. I don't know why it's lagging. Maybe my computer can't handle it. Okay, says, I appreciate your input. I wish I had that much time for learning languages as well. Honestly, I'm looking up to you, being your own chef and working with languages. I'm a 9 to 5 engineer. Hey, look, choose one then. Just choose the main one that you like. If Japanese is it, I would say my favorite language is Korean, but my favorite country is Japan. Japan is the better language to learn because it's way more fun as a country. Japan has amazing food. I'm not saying Korean doesn't have amazing food, but it's not as nowhere near as mainstream or as there's not as much variety in Korean food. Japan has this huge, amazing video game industry. Korea does not. Japan has amazing, tons of independent, awesome bands. They've got an amazing rock scene. Korea doesn't have a rock scene. It really doesn't have a rock scene like Japan. Japan has at least double the population of Korea. They've got way more big cities than Korea. There's way more animation, fun, quirky things, just a bigger country. Generally, this is my impression. No offense to Koreans, but of what's more better variety of people, and they don't all have to go to the military. So guys come into this certain pattern of people because they all go to the military and they're shaped into a certain type of guy. Girls are still like Japan 20 or 30 years ago where they were all trying to look the same. Like they think about it. The girls that get surgery, that get plastic surgery, they literally all get the same face. Like, I don't think I've ever seen a different face. There's this one face. And when you see that face, it's a cute face, but literally it's the same face. And they're very uniform in style. Japan is crazy variety now. Like, they've gotten out of that mode of everyone being the same. I don't know about China. I don't know about Taiwan. I've only been in Taiwan for a short period, and I still couldn't tell who was Japanese and who was Taiwanese, so I don't know about that. But I would say, you could say the same thing about China. Learn Chinese because it's bigger than Japan. But I feel like the cultural exports of Japan make it that much more interesting. Korea basically has some K-pop, and they've got their dramas. But Japan has dramas. Japan has J-pop. They have, granted, look, Korea has a variety of music too, but it's not as much variety. So. Hey, I'm not offended if you like Lao Shu. You spelt his name wrong. It's not Lo Shu. It's Lao Shu. I'm not offended by that. I think his videos just need to be cleaned up. Like they're not. The quality of his videos are just, blah. They're not good. They could be way better. Like they haven't gotten him better either over time. I just watched this video from 2 weeks ago. They haven't gotten better. I thought the same thing like a year or two ago when I looked at his video. I was like, wow. He needs to improve his ability. He needs to have his friends standing there with a camera and showing him talking to them, not just the top spot where his camera's shaking all the time. But have his friend there with a stabilizer or something with a kind of out of the way, because you can actually be far away if you have a wireless mic, and you can have amazing audio and be far away, and it's way more impressive. You think I'm doing a Skype session with Lao Shu? I don't know if I am. I did start paying $35, and I can do a Skype session, but I don't know if he would agree. I don't know if he would agree to be on camera on doing that. I don't know if I'd want to be on that. I think month one I talked to him personal 1-to-1 because I have mad respect for that guy, and I don't want to like trash him in person. I have a lot of bravery here on my own channel. Okay, but keep in mind I'm just a small channel. I'm only 3,000. He's got 68,000 subscribers. I'm not talking about Japanese from zero. That's a whole different thing. Petram, I'm just going to ignore the question about learning kanji effectively. Maybe you should try remembering the kanji. I don't know. You're right. My book only goes through the first 2 grades, so I don't know how. Until I really see other books, I can't really say much. Good question, Petram. Do I know the release date for Kanji from Zero? Well, look, I'm willing to show you the progress on Kanji from Zero, Book 2. But I think more impressively, let me show you another thing. Hang on. Let me show you something else. if I go into my Japanese book folders, I think it's in this one. I don't know where this would be. Give me a second. There should be a Kanji from 04 folder, actually. But let's look at Kanji from 0, Book 3. Let's look at Book 3. How is there a Book 3 when there's not a Book 2 yet? Ignore this first part. But this is the uncompleted hang on, Word has died. Give it a second. There we go. Okay. So this is the yet incomplete but yet fairly complete looking Book 3. Book 3, keep in mind. That means Book 2 is also at this level, but a little bit more than this level. Okay? What it doesn't have is the kanji usage section that I write. Okay, that doesn't exist yet. But the workbooks are all there without English translations. I've got to go through and add that. The words you can write are all there. What's not in there is the new sections that I've written for mnemonics, and that's taking a lot of time. When I am done with my Korean from 0 revisions and the releasing of Japanese from 0 Book 5, I will dedicate my life. I'll dedicate my life to getting this Kanji from 0 Book 2, 3, and 4 out in rapid succession. And probably by the time I get 4 out, 5 would be ready to go, because that has a full-time worker on that. Full-time author Kanako is working on that. Not only on that, but she's working on it to get to this level of completion that I just showed you. It's not easy, guys. I wish it was quicker, but I think if I wrote them really quick, they would not be decent books. They'd be crappy books. Hayden says his audio leaves much to be desired, but the video is set out. It's trustworthy and original. Okay, it's the experience he's sharing. The thing is, it's not hard to make his videos better, especially with such a following, right? It's not expensive or difficult to do that. Okay, he could just. For under $1,000, he can completely improve his video, and more people would subscribe. I don't understand how he can make videos this long and not want to improve the quality. Like, I'm sitting here, this camera that we're looking at I don't have a light on right now, but I have a light here. If I want to use my light, I think I actually have to turn it on once here like this. So if I wanted better lighting, so I bought lights that improve my lighting. I have lights up here. I have this here. This camera that I'm using is not a crappy camera. I think he does have a hidden camera. That's got to be what he's doing. I'm going to ask him in his video because I'm curious. But first of all, I don't need this light today. I'm not trying to be awesome right now. But also, I have invested in microphones. This is a $200 microphone, but there are cheaper microphones that you could have on a lapel mic that would make that later on when you edit, you could put the audio in. But this has always been my favorite mic. But before that, I was using this mic, okay, which I was cooked on here. This is like a shotgun mic, but I still have a preference for this mic which is a discontinued mic that I searched for and found and bought 2 of them out of Japan and waited almost a month for them to arrive. You know, but because of that, people don't complain about my audio now. I've had complaints in the past when I'm doing live streams, and I'm trying to really fix that by having better mics. I don't understand how he's obviously got pride. He could really improve by doing very small things to his videos. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, the hidden camera thing, I think that's actually fantastic, but there's got to be a better way to have hidden camera. Antoine Jackson, George, dumb question. Have you always live streamed like this? You are one of the few YouTubers that streams constantly. I've been live streaming easily since 2012 and before that. I like to live stream everything that I do. Today I've done more live streams than normal, and I do go through periods of more live streams. So it's about the typo. He hides the camera to get natural reaction from people he approaches. Okay. He can do that, though, by combining a faraway cameraman that gets the entire shot and good audio with a wireless mic, and this with his hat cam as a secondary. Okay. I don't know. Maybe he'll explain it to me better why it's that way. Maybe that's the charm of his videos. I don't know. But I think he could have 200,000 or 300,000 followers. Way more than me. For a guy that speaks that many languages fairly awesomely. The guy has a lot. And he's a handsome looking guy. He's got a lot of talent. And I think that he needs to up his production game. I don't know how he can do it, but he can up his production game. Now I want to know what hat he's using. I'm going to look for hidden camera hat. Hidden hat camera on YouTube. I bet there's a 4K one out there. I have too many keyboards. Let's see. Hidden camera hat. See, I actually have a hidden camera here that I bought. Holy shit, that just spilled everywhere. Luckily there wasn't a lot in there. Where is my hidden camera? So there's this hidden camera, for example, okay, that I bought for not that much money. And it's got a microphone too, and it can just go in your lapel right here in a jacket. So I actually have this. I forgot that I bought it. I used it once. I just bought it because it was cheap. I haven't used it, but I'd like to use it more. And I wear a jacket enough to where I could pull it off, right? But you could also have it here like this. You could have it right here and get much more better shots. And since it's not on his head, he's not going to be moving all over the place. He could just hold it like this, and it doesn't have any light on it. It just sits there, right? It looks like a pen almost. You could get a pen cam. That would be better, for example. Instead of, like, he moves his head around all the time. But this is a much more standard shot where it could be not moving around the whole time, because you're not going to be like doing this with your body the whole time. You're going to be like, you might move your head up and so this now, hi. He could talk like that, but he doesn't have to like move his head to be natural. This would stay more stationary. You know what I should do? I'm not going to, but I should take this and see if I can make a better Laoshu video going out and just randomly speaking Korean or Japanese or Chinese to people that I can find in the street. How about that? How about that? I just go into like the green market here. 한국 사람이에요. 진짜. Like, 한국어 잘하시네요. 야, 아직 멀었어요. And I just have like, I'll talk like that. And then if I was really cool, he's always got posse with him. I'd have another guy from far away just kind of walking around with my other camera, and they could be getting the far away shot that we could cut to and at least have variety in the shot, right? Then this becomes a lot more acceptable shot. So let's see. I want to find a 4K video camera hat. For $64, I can get a 1080p camera hat. Here's a 4K. Let's see. Hang on, let's just look at this. Hang on. I'm going to share my screen here. Give me a second. I feel like honestly, this is better. Just go hardcore, man. No, you're right. People would feel nervous for sure. He's getting natural reactions. I do think that is one of the best parts of his video. This hat is not getting the greatest reviews. What are people saying negative about this hat? Ooh, glasses. Glasses with a camera. I need a 4K hidden camera. That's what I... Hidden 4K camera. I want everything 4K. That's like future proof. Okay, I don't want something that I plug in. This isn't going to work. Let's put wearable. And we'll put hidden wearable 4K camera. In the watch, that's crazy, but I don't want to, that'd be like way worse. Let's go back to hats. This is what I'm talking about. Something like this. Still not 4K. I want 4K. Am I asking too much to get a 4K camera? Perhaps I am. Let's just go to the let's go to the internet. Let's see if we can maybe Walmart. Walmart has one of these? Actually, Walmart's kind of trying to be like Amazon recently, so. You know, the problem with doing the hidden camera is you're doing it without the permission. You're having difficulties. All right, Walmart doesn't work. Oh, these glasses look pretty sweet. They're 1080 though. I guess 4K is hard. 1080 is good enough, I guess. I'll take 1080. Here's a video with the hat. It's not too bad. I mean, I guess the good thing about the hat is when you move your head towards something, you can see it. I'm just practicing. Generic wearable live streaming hat. 1080p. That's not too bad. Oh man, are you kidding me? Why is this happening? Meet the Dogs of Amazon. What's happening with the Dogs of Amazon? Wow. Okay. Why? I don't know why. Okay. Looks pretty sweet. Where's the camera? Oh, that's way too much to have in the hat. Let's see here. Mini gadget. Hey, Vorvadus. Again, seriously, Vorvadus, you don't need to send me money every time you talk to me. Completely underrated from stream. I'm a guy. Okay. You have a girl picture, so I thought, okay, well, you're a guy. All my dreams have been dashed. Thank you, though, for, I appreciate you submitting another. You've spent $12 today. Okay, so this is 24 frames a minute. See, this is what you have to understand. If I were Lao Shu, this is what I would be doing. I'm like, how can I improve my technique? I'm not even Lao Shu, and I'm putting in this effort to think, how could I do a better hidden cam, right? Where I don't know, it's not good enough for me. Maybe I'm a, what's the word? I don't know how to say this. Maybe I'm elitist for video quality. Don't buy a hidden camera before you check out Zetronics. Oh, that's weird. They put the ad way down here. I've never seen that. Well, how about you wasted your click on not giving me a wearable cam, right? Hidden wearable camera. Ooh, smiley pin. That's cool. Smiley pin's awesome. 2-hour video life. It's got to be 1080 though. The fact that they don't mention it means it's not 1080. All right, well, I'll research this later. No, I think I'm. Oops, wrong one. Sorry. Philip. Thank you. Philip Munez. Thank you for the $10 super chat. George, I love all the streams. Keep it up. I'll try, guys. I feel like I'm just randomly talking sometimes, and I don't want to like abuse the people that watch the stream to feel like, you know, they have to be here. I mean, there's only 36 of us, so it's just me talking randomly. Anyway, that being said, I think I'm gonna get out of here. When I talk to Lao Shu, if I talk to Lao Shu, I'll get more information from him. Because as a polyglot, I do have mad respect for Lao Shu. Even though I slammed him on his videos, that has nothing to do with his technique or talent. I think the guy's got a lot of talent. I feel bad for what he's going through. I don't know what he's going through, but some sort of nasty divorce, unfortunately. I don't wish that on anyone. All right, guys. I'll talk to you next time. Thank you for watching. 나중에 봐요. Bye. 再见.